Hello, and welcome again to Learn English Podcast, your place for listening, repeating, shadowing, and learning English at a natural, slow pace. I am Tom, and I am happy that you are here. In this episode, I will be speaking slowly. I use simple, clear words, and I repeat ideas, so that you can shadow my voice, get practice speaking, and build your confidence, one step at a time. Today, we are going to talk about describing your day in English. We will focus on full ideas, not just short sentences. What do you do during the morning? In your afternoon, what happens? What is your routine in the evening like? You will be able to talk about your day in English, with clear and natural sentences, by the end of this episode. Let's get started. Why is it so important? Why is practicing how to talk about your day in English an important thing to do? It is important because your day is a real thing. It is something that happens to you each day. You know it very well. You do not have to search for ideas or words. There is no need to talk about science, history, or politics. You only need to talk about your own life. You can mention what time you wake up or what you have for breakfast. You can share if you go to your job, or if you stay home. You can also say how you are feeling. Tired, busy, happy, or relaxed. And the best part is this. You are practicing real, useful English when you describe your own day. It is English that you can use in real life, with other people. Perfection isn't necessary. You only need to make an effort. You begin thinking in English when you talk about your day. You start to speak in a more natural way. You use complete, simple sentences. In your head, you stop translating. And you feel more confident as you speak. Let's use an example. Imagine that you're meeting a new person. What did you do today? They ask. If you have practiced talking about your day, you will be able to answer. You could say, I woke up at 7. I went to my job. I had some coffee and I answered my emails. I made dinner in the evening and I watched some TV. That is a full conversation, you see. That is real communication. And that is what your goal is. You can still practice speaking English by talking about your day, even if you are by yourself, even if you are not in an English class, and even if you are a shy person. So if you ever don't know what you should say, just start with something simple. What did I do today? What time did I get up? What did I have to eat? Where did I go? What did I do in the evening? These questions are good. They can help you recall vocabulary. They assist you in building strong habits in English. They help you think in full sentences without feeling stressed. You can do this in the morning when talking about yesterday. You can do this in the evening when you review today. You can even listen back to a recording of yourself. The main thing is to keep it simple, and use the English you already know. Morning sentences, don't be concerned about mistakes. Simply speak. And it becomes easier the more you practice. One sentence today, and then 2 sentences tomorrow, and a full story the next week. So, let's build that skill together today, step by step, word by word, and one real sentence at a time. Okay, at the beginning of the day, the morning, let's start. The morning is a very important part of the day. It can set the mood for the day. It provides you with energy. And it is the perfect time for speaking and thinking in English, if only for a few minutes. Now let's practice a few simple morning sentences with each other. Repeat each one after me slowly, like you are shadowing. Let's start. I wake up usually at 7 o'clock. Now you repeat. I sometimes wake up a bit earlier, around 6:30, if I have a lot of things to do. Now you repeat. I feel tired the next morning if I go to sleep late. For a few minutes, I stay in bed and I think about my day. I enjoy taking a deep breath and stretching out my legs and arms. Then I get out of bed after sitting up slowly. I go to the bathroom and I brush my teeth. For 2 minutes, I brush carefully and slowly. Then, with cold water, I wash my face. This helps me to feel awake. I sometimes take a shower quickly, particularly if I am feeling sleepy. I like to listen to English audio or play soft music when I am in the shower. I dry myself off and get dressed after my shower. I make an effort to wear something comfortable and clean. I sometimes put on a t-shirt and jeans. I wear something a bit more formal if I have a class or a meeting. Next, I prepare my breakfast after going to the kitchen. I eat something simple usually, like eggs, toast, and fruit. I sometimes will have a banana and cereal with milk. I make oatmeal or an omelette if I have some extra time, so I can enjoy my food. I like to eat slowly. On most mornings, I drink coffee. I sometimes have green tea because it has a light and fresh feeling. I sometimes check the news or watch a short video while I am eating. On other days, I enjoy the quiet and listen to the birds that are outside. I check my phone before I leave the house. I look at my messages and check the time to see if I have any appointments or meetings. I check my calendar. I pack my bag with all the things I need: my notebook, phone, keys, and a water bottle. Then I go out the door after putting on my shoes. My morning routine. Okay, now let's shadow a story about my morning routine. In this part, I will tell a short story about my morning. You can listen, and then you can shadow every sentence. You can pause it after each line so you can repeat it slowly. Are you ready? Let's begin. I usually wake up at around 7 o'clock in the morning. If I have many things to do, I sometimes wake up earlier. For a few minutes, I lie in bed and I think about the day that is ahead of me. I yawn a little, stretch my arms, and then slowly I get up. I then walk into the bathroom and for 2 whole minutes, I brush my teeth. After that, I use cold water to wash my face. It truly helps me to wake up. I take a warm shower if I am feeling sleepy. While I shower, I often listen to music that is relaxing. It helps me to feel more focused and calm. I put on clean clothes and I check my hair in the mirror after the shower. Next, I go to the kitchen and I begin to make breakfast. I usually have 2 slices of toast with jam and butter. I sometimes also add a boiled egg. I have a large cup of coffee, which is very important for me. While I am eating, I look outside while sitting by the window. I can sometimes hear birds singing, and I enjoy that peaceful moment. I check my phone before leaving the house. I look at my schedule for the day, my to-do list, and the time. I then get my bag ready. I make sure that I have everything: my wallet, my phone, my notebook, and a snack sometimes. Finally, I put on my shoes and jacket, open my door, and to begin my day, I step outside. My afternoon routine. Okay, let's say a couple of final practice sentences together. You can repeat right after me again. Every morning is slightly different, but I try to keep a good routine. I feel more focused when I begin my day with English. I am proud of the progress I've made and I am going to keep going. Now, let's go to the afternoon, the middle of the day. In the afternoon, many people are busy. Some people are at work, some are at school, and some are at home taking care of their family or house. The afternoon is a good time to use English, whatever you may do. You can still listen, even if you are busy. You can still do your repetitions. You can still get practice, even if it is only for 5 or 10 minutes. Let's learn some sentences that are common together. Try to repeat slowly and clearly after me. Practice sentences. I go back to work after lunch. After I eat, I sometimes feel a little bit sleepy. I answer the important emails first after checking them. I frequently read messages from classmates or coworkers. In the afternoon, I usually have 1 or 2 meetings. To talk about tasks, I sometimes meet with my manager or a client. I sit down at my desk and I open my laptop if I am working from home. I prepare presentations or I type reports. To see what I should do next, I also look at my calendar. I like to keep my desk organized and clean. It helps me to think more clearly. Around 3 o'clock, I usually take a short break. I make a cup of tea or I have some water. I sometimes have a small snack, like a biscuit or some fruit. I go for a short walk to get some fresh air if I have the time. Even just 10 minutes outside can help me feel better. I will walk around my block or I will sit in the sun if the weather is good. I study English when I have some free time in the afternoon. While I take a walk, I sometimes listen to a podcast. Other times, I will read a short story or an article online. To help my listening, I also watch slow English videos. To practice speaking, I repeat short phrases aloud. Shadowing is what helps me speak more clearly and fluently. I write down what I have done before I finish my work. This helps me to stay ready and organized for the next day. I sometimes write down one new word that I learned that day. Before I stop for the day, I like to review my English notebook. I am now going to tell you a story about my afternoon. You can listen, pause, and then repeat after I speak. Try to copy my tone and rhythm. This is an excellent way to learn and shadow. I usually go back to my desk to continue working after lunch. For the afternoon, I check my emails and I write a to-do list. I often have a video meeting with the rest of my team. We discuss what we got done in the morning and what our next steps will be. The meetings are typically short, around 30 minutes long. I take a short break after the meeting is over. I make a cup of black coffee or tea in the kitchen. I drink it slowly while I am standing by the window. For some fresh air. I sometimes step outside. I use my free time to study English if I have any. I usually listen to a podcast such as this one, or I read a short story. I sometimes watch a video where the person speaking talks slowly. I pause the video and I repeat the sentences aloud. This is called shadowing. It helps me to understand better and to speak more naturally. I write a short summary of what I did before I stop working for the day. To describe how I am feeling, I also write one sentence in English. For instance, I feel proud because I finished all my work today. Or, I will try again tomorrow, but I didn't get to study much today. This helps me to stay motivated and to reflect. Okay, it is your turn now. For a moment, you can pause this episode. Try to talk about your afternoon in the same way I did. What do you do usually after you have lunch? Do you go to your job? Do you go to your classes? Do you stay at home to study or rest? Use sentences that are short. It is alright if you only have 3 or 4 lines. The goal is not to be perfect, but to speak. Okay, let's try some sentence starters together that will help you to speak. I will say the first part of the sentences, and you can try to finish them. Okay. In the afternoon, I usually. Very good. After I have lunch, I like to. Good job. Sometimes I feel. Well done. I take a break usually at. Perfect. Before the afternoon is over, I. Very good. The evening and night. The evening is a special time, a time for relaxing and reviewing the day. Let's repeat some sentences that are useful. At 6 o'clock in the evening, I come home. I sit down for a few minutes to rest and take my shoes off. To relax? I sometimes listen to music or watch the news. If I feel tired, I cook dinner or I order some food. With my family, I eat dinner at the table. We share stories and we talk about our day. I wash the dishes and I clean the kitchen after dinner. After dinner, I sometimes go for a short walk. I listen to calming music or read a book before bed. I brush my teeth and I take a shower. Around 10:30 or 11, I go to bed. Okay, you have now listened to my entire routine. I want you to talk about your day now. This is how you can do it. First, think about your own day. At what time do you get up? What do you have for breakfast? Do you study, work, or take care of the house? What do you do in the afternoon? What is your evening like? What do you do before you go to bed? You can discuss today or you can talk about a normal, typical day. You did great work today. You listened to a complete diary routine. You practiced some new vocabulary. You repeated some full sentences. And most importantly, you made an effort to speak in English. This is what real progress is. You are not just studying English, you are actually using it. One sentence at a time, you are living in English. Continue to build your confidence. Continue to practice your daily routine until it starts to feel easy. Come back to this episode often. Listen to it again, shadow it again, and add more to your story each time. This has been Learn English Podcast. My name is Tom, and I am proud of your effort. Keep on listening, keep on speaking, and keep on believing in yourself. Bye for now.